Hi guys, it's been a minute and your boy Crispin, I'm back here again and I know you guys are doing good. I believe and I feel it, of course, obviously. And it's been a long time. I mean, I'm going through a lot of sickness and school and work and all that. So I'm like, I don't have enough time to provide with you guys good quality content, But of course, because I have you guys at my heart, of course, I don't joke with my Crispinators. I'm like, you know what, today I really have to do something about you guys. So I mean, hope you guys are doing good anyway. So let's jump right into it. Please, this video is for anybody who is trying to move to Belgium or is planning to move to Belgium or is already in Belgium now and is looking for a job. So don't go anywhere. If you know anybody or any friend who's looking to move to Belgium, tell this person that Crispin is here to get you covered. Okay, so do not go anywhere. I'll be right back. Of course, people will be like, oh, Chris, you have a new look. Yes, I have a new hair now. I have a new hairstyle. I'm trying to switch up, a little look, like a little different look. So this is what I went for. So it's actually an extra extension. Welcome back, guys. In case you just tuned in, this is Crispin 360, and today we are talking about how to get a job in Belgium. I'm actually targeting at the foreigners who just moved to Belgium, actually. But of course, if you're local as well, you can also watch this. Who knows? Be of help to you as well. So let's jump right on into it. My voice is a little bit hazy because I'm still not feeling very well. But I'm like, you know what? Let me just do something for you guys. So, right, let's jump into today's topic. Well, you all know Belgium is in Europe, obviously, and it's a small country. We are bordered by France, Germany, and then like Netherlands, okay? So, obviously, it's a small country in the central of Europe, but it's part of the Western countries, Western Europe, So, obviously, the economic is very good, the job market is very good, the housing is very good, everything is very good here, obviously. So, economical wise, is very good here, So, obviously, you cannot stay in the country without working, right? You need to get something doing in order for you to pay bills, right? So, today we're going to talk about how to get a job in Belgium. So, I'm just gonna make it look very in the story form, so I'm just gonna just cut down into straight to the point, so it's a very short video for us. Okay, so now here's the thing about Belgium. Okay, it's either you're a manual worker or you're a sedentary worker. Now when I say a sedentary worker, it's a person who works in the office, like you are more of a paperwork guy, but you're a manual worker, it's more like a physical job, like a mason, a carpenter, like handy, heavy jobs, but sedentary is like you're always in the office, something like that. So let's just deal with. Let's just say you come to Belgium as a foreigner, you came here with your own qualifications from your country. Of course, in that way, you can just have to equivalent it here so that you can be up to their standard. I think they call it NARIC or something like that, So you just have to evaluate your credentials from your home country. So let's just say you want to be like a doctor and nurses and all those kind of, like those professionals, there's always a job for you guys, people like that, So they just have to evaluate your credentials, and if you're good to go, why not? You just have to do some follow-up courses here. Of course, your Dutch also is very important. So they find a way to incorporate the language, the Dutch language into your course, whereby you can be studying and also learning the language, because without the language, sometimes it's difficult. But of course, I know most doctors in Belgium speak English. If you go to the pharmacy, they all speak English, so it's not going to be a very difficult something for you to do. So if you know you are good or you have your credentials and you're educated in a way, of course, you can go that route and it's going to be good for you, of course. And to the people who don't have that, the people who don't have like less education, but they have the power to work, of course, let me talk about you guys first before I go back into the sedentary people. So here's the thing. A lot of companies in Belgium go through agencies, which I think in Belgium we call it an interim. In the UK, it's called a job center. Now, both these names are interchangeable, okay? An interim or a job center, it's a place where you go for temporary work, okay? It's just like an agency that companies don't know how to get to you, right? So they put these interims or job centers as a middleman. So you have to go through them before you can go to the company. So basically that's what it does. So now somebody will be like, okay, so now we know that there's temporary jobs. Of course, you can also apply online straight to the company, and it also works for you. Okay, so yeah. Now here's how it works. So now let me go back to the sedentary works now, so we can be on the same pace. The sedentary people also, like I said, they just have to come to Belgium here, evaluate their documents, and then they're good to go, okay? So now, how do they find jobs, or where can they find jobs? Now, this is both for the both people, either manual or sedentary workers. It's going to be the same procedure, actually. I mean, in terms of looking for a job, it's the same procedure, actually. So in Belgium, I mean, the first time, obviously, I don't think a person who doesn't have like much experience in formal education will like to go to Indeed. You understand? Indeed is more for professionals. You understand? It should be. I personally, I think in Belgium, I don't see anybody looking for cleaner jobs, or maybe work in the, like a janitor, like the lesser, like those manual jobs. In fact, I'll use the word manual jobs to make it look more nicer. So manual jobs, I don't think you should go to Indeed. Indeed is not for people like that. I mean, places for jobs like that. Indeed is basically made for professionals, like doctors, nurses, teachers, those kind of people, you understand? So first, we're going to be talking about Indeed. Indeed is one of the most important and very good websites, or an app. These days, they have the app. You can always download the app onto your phone, and then you can always look for jobs, and they're always quick to call because they have your phone numbers. You can upload your CVs and everything, and it's good to go. I've used it before once upon a time, and it works for me. Okay, so yeah, the first one is the Indeed. But I think Indeed is more, like I said, Indeed is more suited for sedentary workers, okay? Not for manual jobs people, or like temporary workers, okay? So, yes. The second one in Belgium, we call this Manpower. Now, the Manpower is interim. Indeed is not an interim. Indeed is just like a job database. But Manpower is an interim agency here in Belgium, okay? So they specialize in getting you the jobs for the right candidates. So they are basically, or they are mainly focused into tractors, that kind of handy jobs, like, to work in a warehouse. And, if you want to go into the kind of truck, how to drive a truck, or how to learn how to drive the man up, or like the reacher, those kind of difficult and backache jobs, Manpower is known for that. They give you the physical jobs, and most of their jobs, it demands a lot of physical work, physical energy. And the third one is Accents. Now, Accents, they are also an interim, obviously, but they are mainly focused on if you want to work in a retail, like you want to work in Zara, H&M, C&A, Primark, that kind of retail jobs, they are many known for that. Okay, that is Accent. Fourth one is Randstad. Randstad is also like Manpower. They are also known for, if you're looking for physical jobs in the warehouse, in the operating system, and then that kind of stuff. They are known. The fifth one is Synergy. Now, Synergy is one of my favorite interims in Belgium, because Synergy, they have a lot of jobs. Honestly, they have a lot of jobs. They have so much jobs in Belgium. Like, you can get a lot of jobs. I know most people who get their jobs in Belgium, they always go to Synergy. Synergy has a lot of jobs for cleaning, for manual jobs, cleaning, babysitter, au pairs, pet sitter, like social worker, and all those things. Synergy is known for that, so try that one also. And then I think the next one is Algo. Algo is known for giving jobs, like I said, Algo, Manpower, and then Randstad. They are known for the same things, physical jobs. Yeah, physical jobs is for these people. You understand? The last one is Staffing Solutions. Now, my first job in Belgium, I went through that interim. It was actually my first interim in Belgium. Staffing Solutions. They are very known for high grade or professional jobs, or also warehouse jobs. So you can get some from there. So look into. So these ones are my top places if you're looking for a job. So of course, now remember, if you are looking for a professional job, it's only Indeed. Okay, Indeed is known for that. But if you're looking for the manual jobs, you can find these kind of jobs like cleaning, warehousing, babysitter, those kind of jobs. You can find them in all the interims that I mentioned: the Manpower, the Accent, the Randstad, the Algo, the Synergy. They are known for that. So always put this in mind. I'm going to leave a link to each of these sites I mentioned, or apps, onto my descriptions box, so you can always click on it and just apply and register. Now that we've talked about where you can find job, let's see how you can create your CV. That's also very important. Okay, so now let's jump into the CV. So guys, in case you just tuned, this is Crispin 360, and I'm talking about how to find a job in Belgium. Okay, now you have your CV. Okay, fine, we're good to go, right? Okay, now a lot of you guys make a lot of mistakes. I also did the same mistakes. Okay, look, in Belgium, okay, or in Europe, their way of writing a CV, the format is different from Africa. Okay, in Africa, when you go to a job, you just have to write everything, like whatever you did. I spit in someone's face, everything. Like everybody want to put everything into their CV, right? Here, it's not about that. Okay, here it's just they just look at the keys, what they're looking for. I'm looking for a person who can cook rice and chicken. You can cook rice, right? Okay, boom, boom. But like just like there. Make your CV very minimum. They don't have time to be flipping scripts. Belgians don't have time to be scraping scripts. So please try to put your experience at the topmost. What you are. Just look at this job description and then just highlight what they're looking for. Then you just select. If you are able to do that of those things, it's easy for you, and it's easy for you, and it's also easy for them. But when you write so much paper, they don't need all those things. They only need to see if you can do that job of it. Of course, some people don't have the experience, but of course some companies, especially in these warehouse jobs, like all these interims, they give people chances. They give chances. So you can also learn on the job. I learned on the job. I wasn't good in the job that I was doing, but I learned on the field. So it's actually very possible. So look, if you have the experience, good for you. But if you don't have it, it's not too late. Always look into the CV or look into the job description and see if you can do it or not. Very, very important. Now, all right, let's jump into language criteria. Now, that is the thing. Unfortunately, this is Belgium, and English is not their first language. But of course, if you speak French or Dutch, you're good to go. This is Belgium, I know. So English is there, but of course, I know most of the warehouse companies, like most of the interims, even if you don't speak Dutch, it's okay for them. They'll just give you the job. Some of them, it doesn't require you to speak Dutch. So language also, what's the word in English? It also limits people on how to find jobs in Belgium, because if you cannot speak the language, how can you produce? You understand? So it's also a big problem in Belgium here. So if your Dutch is not very good, most of the interims, I have had experience like that before. When I first moved to Belgium, it was difficult because I know I could do this job, I feel it. I know I can do this job, but language, because I couldn't speak better Dutch back then, I couldn't find this kind of jobs. Like I couldn't get these jobs, So, but today I speak okay. I speak enough Dutch, I don't speak very good like them, but I speak enough Dutch. I'm able to respond to you, understand? But now such jobs, I don't even want them again, because back then I thought, oh, like that was my limit, But as time grows on, you see that no, I'm not made for this job. I can do better than this job. You always have to aim higher. That's what a lot of us seems to forget sometimes, So that is life. Of course, everybody starts from somewhere. We call this an entry position, you understand? Everybody wants to make it in life. Everybody wants to upgrade. You want to elevate, you understand? So don't just be comfortable wherever you are. Comfortable is not it's not a key, or it's not what you're looking for. You're looking for something that can take you on a career level, you understand? So let's always look into it. Be able to grow in the company. Don't just sit. You are being paid a certain amount of money and you're like, oh, okay, I'm fine. No, in life, I was working, I was still going to school, I did two things at the same time, because I knew that where I'm still where I want to be, you understand? I want to go higher than where I was. I was in work and I had to go to school. At a point, I had to even stop work and go to school, because I know what I'm looking for, what I'm aiming for. It's also part of life. So you just have to. So I was juggling two things, you understand? So that's me, you understand? That's my my style of, or maybe my ambition, So it works for me. So yeah, the language is very, very important. And the next one is the location of the jobs. Okay, now most of the interims, most of the companies are not based in the central. When I say central, they are not based in the cities, and they are based like remote. You understand? So the good thing is that most of the companies in Belgium will provide you with shuttles. When I say shuttles, like there are shuttle buses that can pick you up from the main company, the warehouse location, to the bus stop or a train station, whereby everybody can take their central destinations. You understand? So always look into that. If the company offers you a shuttle, if not, it's being paid by hours. Okay. But of course, if you have a car, or you have a motorbike or a bicycle or a scooter, you can always, ride it to your destinations or to your company. But of course, if you don't have it, it doesn't make sense. And imagine you live in an hour drive to your company and you have to ride a motorbike or a bus, you're going to be late. So, and this company is made, you are being paid by an hour. So every 15 minutes you are late, you are being deducted, you understand? So why would you want to go through all this stress just for 15 euros per hour. You understand? So look into locations, very, very important. That is why, normally when you apply for jobs in the interims, they always ask you for an interview. They get to know you, your personality wise. They look at all these things. You understand? So like, they don't want to stress you, and you also don't want to stress them, because they don't want to be like on a Monday morning, they'll be like, Chris, where are you? Why are you not here? They don't want to go through that stress with you. You understand? It's work. You understand? They could be doing something else. You understand? So always look into location. Don't be like, oh yeah, I can do it, but you cannot do it, because it's far away for you, So sometimes trying to save yourself. And then now, so we talked about where you can find jobs, the kind of jobs you can find, the location is very important, and the language is very important. The last one I want to touch on is the benefits. Okay, now I don't know much about Indeed jobs benefits, but I will talk more of interims. Why I say interim? Because interims or job center or temporal agencies, these people, because it's a temporary job, normally it's like temporary. When I say temporary, it's like, okay, so this is what happens. So when they give you a temporary job, normally it's like 3 months probation. Okay, it's a probation like period. So if you're able to keep up, or you're able to produce, or you are able to elevate, then they give you a contract from that company. So from there, you don't have to go back to the interim, because the interims contracts, normally they are daily contract and weekly contract and monthly contracts. That's what they do. They either text you every day before you go to job, or they give you for a weekly or a monthly. So you are in between this, either one day, or you are in a week or months contract. So look into that as well. So if after this 3 months or 1 month or 1 week, they feel like, okay, this guy is very good at his job, the company that you are working for through the agency, they're gonna just say, okay, interim, we want this guy, so we are going to give him a direct contract. There's no way he's going to come back to you guys for a job again. So, like for the same job again. So that's how it works here. You understand? So look into that. So of course, people that work in the interns, most of them they are students. I noticed that. And it's just a few people who are not students. And some of them find themselves, it's very debatable, Some people be like, oh, I'm working this kind of job because I need to do something. I need money to do something. That's some people's motive for working in interims. But some people also want experience. And some people are actually happy. They're comfortable there. So everybody has their own reasons and, choices or whatever, So that's how it rolls, So yeah. So look into all these things. Now, let's talk back about benefits, okay? Now, most of the interim jobs, when you work there, they give you a meal ticket. A meal ticket is like a voucher, Aside from them paying you for your hours and also paying you for your distance, because in Belgium they pay for the distance also. That's also very good. So they pay for your distance, they calculate the kilometers, and then they pay you on top of a salary. You understand? I mean, your wage or whatever they call it. And then they look also for your healthcare and all those things. Okay, now about the meal ticket. The meal ticket is just like a voucher, like I said. So they give it to you on top of your weekly or your monthly paycheck, So you just have to buy something. Normally they pay some companies pay like 8 euros, some people pay 7 euros. The lowest I've heard was like 2 euros. I'm like, 2 euros is not enough money now. So yeah. So I mean, you have to do all this research. You have to compare. Don't just jump and take a job just because it's close to your house or it's far away from your house. Look at all these things. And also in the same interim, I forgot to mention this actually. Also in the interim jobs, they have like morning shift, afternoon shift, or night shift. So you can always be comfortable. If you are good to work in the morning shift, it's good for you. Afternoon shift is good for you, or night shifts. I can never do night shifts. I don't think I can ever do a night shift in a way, but I mean, I'll try one day in my life. Maybe in future I'll do one shift. So, all right, guys. So, in case you just tuned, this is Crispin 360, and we talked about how to get a job in Belgium. In case you just tuned in, this is Crispin 360. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Tell your friends and family Crispin is here to stay. Okay, and we have come to the end of my vlog for today, and of course, continue to save and continue to support Crispin. Subscribe, share, tell your friends and family Crispin is here to stay. So, and I'm just enjoying my new braids. I look like Benna Boy, so just kidding. But by the way, yes. So please, if you have any questions, please, you can leave your comments in the comment section. Now, here's the thing about you guys. You guys always write me on Instagram. Sometimes I don't see it. Facebook, I don't see it. Always leave your comment here. I'm gonna read and reply for you here. Okay, it's better for me. Okay, and also good for you either. So somebody can also read it. You understand? All right. So guys, have a nice week, and I love you guys. On to the next episode of Crispin 360. I am out of here. Bye.